Halo, halo moi drodzy, witajcie w kolejnym odcinku. Ogólnie sytuacja wygląda tak, że uzupełniłem już wszystkie zapasy i jak widzicie mam już cały ekwipunek tutaj. Z tym hełmem wygląda tak, oczywiście jest on ukryty domyślnie, jeżeli chodzi o moją rozgrywkę, że mam wszystko co mogłem kupić od tych handlarzy tutaj w tej lokacji. I co tam mogę wam powiedzieć? No tutaj było układanie tych kamieni, tak. Odkryłem sobie punkt widokowy, tutaj było... Niedźwiedzia atakował jakiegoś gościa, zabiłem te niedźwiedzie, gościu został uratowany i finalnie dzięki temu odblokowałem sobie questa tutaj w tym miejscu, na samym początku tej lokacji. Mogłem z nimi iść na jakieś tam polowanie, na jakąś panterę czy coś tam. I finalnie mamy wszystko zrobione w tej lokacji, pozostało nam tylko poinformować Olafa. Jestem już tutaj w pobliżu. Mówię, chciałem wam pokazać wszystko, jak tu robimy, ale zdałem sobie sprawę, że tam jest układanie i te pierdoły wszystkie, to tam nic takiego.
No need to hide now, Olaf. Gorm is dead.
Gorm? Dead? By your hand?
He paid a bloody price for broken honor. I will not say more. Return to your sister.
Oh, I will. Yet I would first join the villagers at their fire. They tell stories and I like to listen, though I do not hear.
Story time. Telling sagas of their own?
Yes, yes. They tell stories. Yes, come, listen.
Historię. Idziemy na historyjkę.
Zokki.
Myślę, że nic nie rozumiemy.
Waharu. Hau. Tojedene. Zinuero discardagete. Junkquiro taguani. Tehni zarugi totni dagwe. Ya tehni ganare ziosumwaya. Danu akwegu gasumwa hunzi. Yotzi zizu. Yagoda denekwa dawagu. Danu rarondo de. Yesuntne irdade. Zokki, osumagu, ja untke doda, ahjardek, dogatka negere. Tudaya wasti, rarondo de, ja sagordege. Osumagu, ja eanda ne yotzi zizu. Zi wa agoya da haje, wa eanahadu, zi nahoda wa ekweni. Nia dega derdege. Ja ehoe, zia eandatne, zi de jutsu wagardas.
Gods Rahnaraga, Dagwagara Duhas.
I do not understand. Ah, you want me to tell a story? All right, let me think. A story of betrayal, of selfish malice, and of gods who act as spoiled children. Of all our many gods, it is Odin who is the most revered. He is the All-Father, the High One, the Wise King. But for all his glories, he can also be the most elusive of his kind. Selfish, solitary, stubborn, even cruel. In days long gone, it came to pass that Odin's son, Baldur, died suddenly, felled by his only weakness, mistletoe. Believing his son's death an accident, Odin sent a message to the Jotun Hel, asking her to return his beautiful boy to life. Hel agreed, but on one condition. Only if every living creature in the 9 worlds shed a loving tear for Baldur. At once, Odin sent word to every corner of the world, asking all to weep for his beloved boy. And all did, but one. A Jotun named Thok refused to cry for Baldur. Let Hel keep what she has received, Thok said, with malice, and that was that. Baldur was gone forever, sent on a funeral ship across the sea, buried in Midgard, amid trees and rocks. What Odin did not know is that Thok was none other than the trickster Loki in disguise, a god he knew as a friend. Worse still, it was Loki who led Baldur to his death by a sprig of mistletoe. All these tricks and feints Loki had conceived. Some say it was in Loki's nature to be so cruel. Others argue it was revenge for deeds done by Odin to Loki and his children. There is a third view, that all these acts, kind and cruel, were sown long ago in the pattern of their lives. That we are not the authors of our own destiny, but only its readers. And that we... that we should fight against this view, for it is deeply unwelcome.
Angwa gara duha se ne at no order rau gara. Nene o niot ti what det no yage.
Gorm brought this stone across the Whale Road for a strange purpose. I do not know why, but it seems to belong to this land.
Yoskats. Gwa. Rasnu sage. What neat daherde.
Dagwa weird it ga?
Take it and guard it. It may be that one day you will know its purpose. Thank you. Each of you, for all you have done.
Aya wanski. Yeti sot hogungaha. Ayeza haherda da. Rapnerdaga.
Czy podarował im te jabłko Edenu tubylcom? Co ciekawe. Mówię, jak nic trójeczko mi się kojarzy. Już któryś raz o tym mówię. Wystarczy. No i co, trzeba wrócić chyba, porozmawiać z Hildę i wracamy do naszej osady. Przynajmniej tak mi się wydaje. Czeka nas powrót. Wszystko co mogliśmy tu zrobiliśmy. Także się, moi drodzy, możemy zbierać. Wow. To opowiadanie historii zajęło nam 8 minut. To niezły odcinek będzie. Do słuchania opowieści. Ale i takie odcinki mogą być. Ale nic na to nie poradzą. Ale fajnie, fajnie, takie... W finale liczyłem na to, mam nadzieję, że któraś z tych postaci tubylców się odezwie, nie? W moim języku. Troszkę z nim jeszcze porozmawiamy na te tematy i na te historie, ale...
Jarl of Jordvik, you shirked your work for quite some time.
Yora is no more. My name is Eivor, a Dringer of the Raven clan, and my purpose is fulfilled.
Purpose? What purpose?
Zabić Gorma.
He's dead! The troll is dead!
Olav!
Sister, let us celebrate. Gorm Kjötveson is no more. Slain by Eivor Ravenfriend, Eivor Forest Strider, Eivor Ólafursaver.
What is this?
I had a long-standing blood feud with Gorm and his clan. It is now laid to rest.
Oh, the skulls will sing of this day. How Eivor traveled far and wide, hunting Gorm along the world's rim.
Songs are not. Gorm is dead. Now I suggest you leave this place. There's no purpose for us here.
I do not disagree. Gordon was a madman and a troll indeed. But he paid us in silver, and that was enough. Brother, are you well? I feared the worst for you.
I am well, yes, oh, so well. And I may stay, to linger one season or two, with the friends I have made.
As you wish, brother. And you, Eivor, where will you go? Across the sea with us, or back into the woods?
Możemy
I will
ruszać.
sail with you. Let's go. Take care of yourself, Olaf. In this life and the next.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Far went the whale road before me. Dark are the deeds that brought me here. Fate may bind my bones to this land, but for now I walk the sea.
Owieckie trofea ukończono. Wątek Winlandii ukończono. Bardzo dobrze.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
Mamy dobre wieści dla
To
Randvi.
hide them about my
Chyba
next
tak.
targets.
A właśnie, i Hajeta musi nam nowe cele dać. Bo zabiliśmy tamtego. Możemy odnieść medaliony i dostaniemy chyba nową moc. O tak. Idę od razu po nową moc.
Gotham is dead, nameless and alone across the open sea.
A master of the order hewn from the trunk of their dying tree. You are getting closer to the roots.
Medaliony?
Here. This marks fewer members of the...
Another one. As a token of my deep gratitude, I will keep this up and the land will be free of the...
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Stronę kodeksu w ogóle. No, nie mam nic u niego na razie więcej chyba. Pozostaje wrócić do Randvi, a poza tym jeszcze... Niszczenie zakonu, nowy dom, za 10 lat, odszukam Maximusa. Wszystkie strony kodeksu, dowiedz się kim jest Goodban. Te wszystkie tam związane ze świętem Jule. Dystansowy trujący atak mi się odblokował i trujący atak. Poza tym mamy jeszcze tutaj 4 umiejętności, a tu 2. Niektóre jeszcze można znaleźć w świecie po prostu.
I'm proud of the new styles I've been working on. Until I see you next.
Nowe wzory? Nie. Dobra. Myślę, że jest kilka wiedzy możemy pogadać na temat tego Goodbana, czy jak mu tam dzbana.
Eivor, you've been away for so long.
Were you worried?
Of course I was. Such a long voyage. Did you do what had to be done?
I did. And I'm eager to focus on problems closer to home.
Good.
It is done. Gotham is dead. The Kjotvisan clan is wiped from this world.
Good. I would like to hear everything about your journey to Vinland when you have time.
One day.
No i elegancko. Co już zawarte Winlandia. Muszę obrać kolejny kurs.
I want to see the Alliance.
Skoro Winlandia jest już zaliczona, kolejne tereny to jest albo Essex, albo Sussex. Ale że tutaj mam najwięcej sojuszników wokół, to myślę, że zajmiemy się tym terenem, a później cała ta ekipa na to. Nie wiem, tak głupio sobie, ale tak sobie zaplanowałem. Niech tak będzie. W Jorvik są kolejni wyznawcy zakonu, ale na razie temat zakonu tak średnio mnie interesuje, a chyba Bastin coś gadał o Essex, że gdzieś tutaj może być Sigurd. W tej twierdzy, więc
We received a summons
ogarniemy
from the
to.
Alderman and his Lady of Colchester, requesting you specifically for a
Albo
matter of great
Essex. Nie wiem,
secrecy.
albo tu. Zobaczymy.
And who is this Elderman? One of King Alfred's lackeys?
According to my scouts, he is a man who cares more for his own indulgences than the safety of his people. Approach with care.
Okej. Czyli jednak nie ma tutaj jeszcze Sigurda. Ale będziemy się rozglądać na
I will
pewno.
leave at once.
An alliance in Essex would be invaluable, but go with caution.
Zachowamy ostrożność, spoko. To jest tutaj. Ten klasztor by trzeba było wyzwolić i później jeszcze ten. Tu w Mars jeszcze jest kilka miejsc, które będę... Spróbuję może w wolnym czasie wyzwolić. Tak cały czas gadam, ale zobaczymy. Dobra, musimy odszukać Bristana. Lecimy, no. Dobrze, że mam wszystko już podkrywane. Jeżeli chodzi o punkty widokowe, to bardzo ułatwia sprawę, jeżeli chodzi o robienie sojuszy i tych misji po prostu po kolei, skakania po tych lokacjach. Dobra. Gdzie ja mam się udać dokładnie? Tam gdzieś. Przed nami, dobra.
Sure. It seems Alderman Bierstan has made this ruin his longhouse.
Ruiny ruinami, ale ładnie to wygląda.
Why is my cup empty?
Perhaps because you have drunk the barrel dry?
Dan Beerstan. His
Wyatt.
Lord,
a heroic-looking Dane in our midst.
I'm looking for Bierstan, the Alderman of this shire.
Our lord is not at home, but his wife is receiving visitors upstairs in her usual fashion. If you speak with her, pass on that we've run out of ale. Dan Beerstan. His household is as poorly run as his lands.
Estrid is a good wife. Far better than he deserves.
You would say that, Adrian. You would say that, Adrian. Your wife acts like a sow in a skirt.
My sweater run is a worthy woman, you coxcomb, but she's an excellent cook.
With a fine nose for truffles.
If Birston does not return soon, wine will not be the only thing spilled upon his floors.
Now, gentlemen, everyone is fractious with this waiting. Let us be civil at least.
To their list of complaints. You! Guards will come at one cry from me!
Sheathe your blade, lady. I'm Eivor of the Raven clan, here at your husband's request.
Another Dane.
Kolejny Norman.
I am Estrid, wife of the Lord of Essex. As you may have heard, my lord is not at home.
Co pomówię z
If
tobą.
he's away, I'll speak to you.
Oh, that you could, Eivor. For I am sure this hall would shake with our merry wit.
Te.
But your accord must be reached with him.
You don't strike me as a meek Saxon wife.
Do you yet see an ember of my Frankish fire, Ravenwalker? Perhaps it dances in my eyes?
I'm wary of
Czara.
rounding up Saxons. Is your husband stolen, drunk, or wayward?
He'll be stalking the woodlands today, hunting game and ignoring the vital affairs of Essex. One such affair is why we called for you.
If I can find him, I'll remind him of his duties.
Ah, such would be a miracle. His favorite haunt is southwest of here. The lavender fields there attract the prey, God help him.
With luck, he hasn't been eaten, but I'll return either way.
Ale kobitka dziwna. Rozumiem, że Wątek seksu rozpoczęty, breważ złamanych serc.
Patience is a godly virtue, Adred.
Even the saints were tired of waiting for Pierstan to hang up his bow. Dear Estrid, we must discuss the affairs of this land, with or without him.
Chodź. Gdzie on tam poluje niby? Czekajcie chwilę. Dobra, sorry ludziki za taką akcję dziwną. Pójdziemy do wieży i pójdziemy od wieży, będzie szybciej. Także macie takie... Możecie sobie pominąć. A pewnie pominęliście. Dobra. No gdzieś niby tu w lesie poluje.
Hunting is a fine sport, but I hope the alderman has not become the prey. No good comes from
Whoa.
a camp this bloody.
Co tu jest grane?
They were caught off guard as they supped.
W trakcie wieczerzy zaskoczeni. Pewnie niedźwiedzie. Tu mamy jakieś ślady.
The remains of the hunting party. This one was savaged by a large animal.
Co jest?
They were attacked by a beast. Something strong enough to kill the horse. Some large prey left these tracks in the grass. The hunters were prey to a large beast or two.
W którym kierunku ja mam się udać?
The hunters were prey to a large beast or two. I can only hope that Björsten still lives. Be my eyes, Sunan.
Tu gdzieś na polanie, dobra. Mam nadzieję, że żyje nasz koleżka. Eldorman. Czy jak oni tam zwą się.
Ready your weapon, or accept your fate as a feast for bears. Do not let them charge you.
Won niedźwiadku. Już daj.
Fort, friend. I would not have survived this ambush without you.
Eldormanie.
You have my gratitude to stumble upon me in my moment of greatest peril. Perhaps you were God sent.
I'm Estrid sent. Your wife and the Thanes of Essex both want your balls on a blacksmith's anvil.
When do they not? You could return and report that the savage claw took me. Poor Beerstan, his exit pursued by a bear.
And make the beast Lord of Essex in your stead.
No doubt my Estrid would prefer his velvet paws to my calloused hands. So, who are you? A sellsword?
I am Eivor of the Raven clan. You hinted at an alliance for the loan of my unique talents.
Blood, yes. Let us return to Colchester at once, and we'll speak more of the delicate matter on my mind. I'm glad you answered my summons. I did not expect such a skilled fighter.
It's good I came when I did. You lost many men on this hunt.
Good men, all. They will have the proper rights, and their families will be cared for.
Your people sacrificed much for your sport.
They did. There is no balm for my tortured heart.
Why did you ask me here?
Do you believe in true love, Eivor?
I have loved.
But have you truly? Has a longing burned in your breast, a sweet, lingering pain, paralyzing you with its sting?
There's pain enough in battle. I do not seek it out in love.
I long for it. The thrill of a fight softly won. My wife Estrid lacks fire. She is a fish out of water, cold and dead.
She showed great passion when I met her, keeping your Thanes in check.
Oh, they love her, it is true. Some with too much devotion. And I have not been a good and attentive husband. I have always been a plucked goose in matters of love. And a piss-poor ruler to boot.
Strong must be the hand that steers the ship, Beerstan.
My hand would rather tug the catgut of a well-crafted bow. My eyes narrowing at the sight of prey.
Aye, a crown sits heavy on the head.
Then let us run wild and free in the woods as the wolves do. Live on our wits, prowl and stalk and feast.
You have a romantic way about you, Beerstan.
Do not fret. My guards will not worry you when we are together.
You mismark me if you think I'm capable of worry. Have you built your city in the ruins of another?
No, these builders are lost to the annals of time. Far advanced of the Saxon hovels of Wattle and Daub. I have ambition to build a great palace myself, with mosaics and balmy courtyards.
What stops you?
That which stops all but the most creative minds. Coin, imagination, talent.
And your people? Is Essex happy?
That is a question I never really ponder. I suppose they are. I hope they are. Alfred believes I rule like a chickless hen, flapping and squawking over nothing but the farmer's dinner.
He interferes?
No, he disapproves. Is that not infinitely worse? But look, we are nearing my hall. I must face the wolves at my door before we discuss your favor to Essex, Eivor.
It may be I can speed your business along.
No, ciekawe, co on tam chce w zamian za sojusz. Jakiego rodzaju pomocy?
Ready to help me fend off the spears of their displeasure?
Let them speak their woes. I'll advise you if I can.
Gościu se przyniknął.
Who is this owl, Beerstan, that twitters in your ear?
An advisor, nothing more. Here to help Essex navigate her brewing storms. Now, my dear brethren, Adrid, perhaps you will start us off. What troubles you?
You're a disgrace, Beerstan. Couldn't get a sow pissed in an alehouse. Alfred's men are crawling all over Essex.
King Alfred, yes. Though it is within his right, the constant presence of his men is certainly an issue.
Are they men or babes? If Alfred meddles in the affairs of Essex, send his men home in shrouds.
Ah, we should challenge his right to rule. Was not Essex once a thriving kingdom of its own? We should fight, yes, fight! And you, Wyatt, what do you say?
Your preparations for the Lammas festival. How can you think of spending so much coin when your people are starving?
Often should one make an early meal, nor fasting come to the feast.
The feast, yes. The festival. This is not for full bellies, but to bless the loaf. Does that not bring us all good fortune? And Aldrich, do you yap like a she-hound as Adred does?
You know my thoughts, Bearston. The feared. How can we give men to Alfred for his wars when our harvest suffers day by day?
Refuse to send your men. Let Alfred's people die for his hopeless cause against the Norse.
Then we refuse.
Refuse our king? Has madness taken your wits, Bearston?
There. Have I not answered all your questions?
You are a stain on this shire, Bearstan. Useless.
Useless?
That's right. Yet still you haunt my hall. Be gone. I haven't time for your squabbling. That ceased their prattling. A fine outcome, Eivor. The very soul of balance.
A firm hand is all you need, Bearston. Whether on your hunting bow or on your helm.
All this talk of hunting makes me long for the woods.
Your wife awaits, Bearston. Aren't you worried some other man will drench your sheets with his sweat?
Ha! She does as she must. As do I. But you will
You have done the impossible, Dane. Returned my errant gander to his coop.
My pettish love. Such a stormy countenance clouds the sun of my return.
Your thanes drank the ale the abbot gifted us. All of it.
Now that is a tragedy my heart will not easily overcome.
If he looked at me with the same affection he shows for hunting deer, our marriage might have survived.
So, what do you need of me?
Our affairs are more of heart than of state, Eivor. What little passion there was between us faded into bickering long ago.
We would have our freedom, Eivor. I from my wife, and my wife from Essex.
I'm too sharp a weapon for so soft a task. Why not part and be done with it?
Oh, were I a Dane, and divorce as simple as a slit throat. But it's not so easy as that.
Then what is stopping you? Your King Alfred?
Ours was not a union of love, but necessity. Decreed by Alfred's father to strengthen ties with Francia. Not easily broken.
Explain yourselves, clear and plain, and I will do it. The poetry here is mind mud.
We had a plan, a simple plan. A woman lost and a woman found.
Some time ago, we paid a Dane to kidnap me and ferry me safely to Francia. As you can see, he did not deliver.
He was certainly thorough in other regards.
Some Norse can be quick to take coin and slow to earn it. If I give my word, it is not broken.
Could we try the kidnap again? Much of the planning is done. It would only take a more trustworthy overseer.
It should be a bold venture if we do. Loud and brash and seen by all.
During our Llamas festival, merry peasants and guards with wandering eyes.
Your return to Francia would need a swift ship, with a captain ready to leave England.
We could ask him.
I would have thought his steed and seamen spent.
Come find me in the market, Eivor. Our unwelcome guests require food and ale to soften their anger.
My wife is a gracious and attentive host, Eivor. The only thing that keeps my braying thanes at bay.
And the woman found?
A darling Maybud, Alvida, my childhood sweetheart. I left her 20 years ago in Malden to marry my prickled pair.
20 years? Can an ember so cold be reignited?
We can hope. You must fan the flame. Find her, bring her to my lakeside cottage, and light a bonfire there. I will know to come. I believe she lived in the last house in Malden. A small, sweet place where fond memories were made.
I will do as you both ask, and ask Freya for success in this love game.
Good luck in your endeavors, Eivor. I pray you find my Alvida with a fair face and a yearning heart.
Now, should I look for Alvida
Odnalazła?
first, or meet with Estrid at the marketplace?
Zajechał, jakbym grał postacią kobiety. Kobiecą. Ale czym ja mogę niby z tobą pogadać? Nie bardzo. Nie mogę rozmawiać z tobą, dobra. Kolejne zadania mamy 2. Odszukaj Alfidy, porozmawiaj z nią, pomów z Estrid. Czyli tak nietypowo. Nie ma na razie żadnych walk ani nic, tylko musimy jakoś ich tu ogarnąć. Co ciekawe, nie? Dobra, kolejne 2 punkty. Co ja bym tu sobie poszedł, moi drodzy? Co tu jeszcze mamy? Sztuczka asasyna. Wybuchowe zwłoki. Seria z łuku drapieżnika. Seria z lekkiego łuku. Co to jest? Paranujący sprint. A z niebieskich strzał kończący. O. Niech będzie. Adrenalina w skryciu. Też może być spoko. Dobra, no będziemy jakoś tam rozwijać to dalej. Dobra. To tyle, jak na tą chwilę. Postaramy się w kolejnym odcinku szukać tą całą jego miłość. To mamy blisko. A później najwyżej się pomoże gorzące. Dobra. Dzięki za uwagę, moi drodzy. Trzymajcie się i do kolejnego.